Hi, how are you today? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found the website okay. And so this little video is going to be about margins and trim. So let's get started. I'm going to share my page with you. And here we go. All right, so when you sign into KDP, you're going to go to, it just automatically takes you to this page where you have your bookshelf, your reports, community marketing. Okay, and on your bookshelf, you come down here to create, manage, publish, all the way down to the next blue lines that you can link on. You want to go to tools and resources, and I've got that opened up here. And what you really want to do is click over here on the left side. You can see it under help topics, formatting your paperback, set trim sizes and bleed. And so that's what we're going to do, set trim sizes and bleed. So here we go. And they have a great video that talks about what trim sizing and bleed is. Bleed is just what's going off of the book. So we want to get the sizes correct. So most books are around 5 point, no, I don't know. It depends on what you want to do with your book. So if you have a children's book, it's like 8.5 by 8.5. If you have a book like the size of a journal, it's about 7.4 by 9.6. They have that down here. A lot of your books are going to be a 6 by 9 size. Some are going to be a little bit smaller. You pick the size that you want and what you like. Today, just for this purpose, we're going to do 6 by 9 size. Now you notice here, it says black and white paper. You have to have 24 to 828 pages. Can't be over that, can't be under that. If you're doing black and white with cream paper, same thing, except they limit it to 776 pages. If you're going to standard color on white paper, now you have to have 72 pages, no more than 600. And if you're going to premium, then they go back to the 24 and 828. So we're going to go with this 6 by 9. So let's pull up a Word document here. And we're going to go, these are all called tabs up here: File, Home, Insert, Draw. You see how each one is highlighted as I go over it? Those are called tabs. So you want to go to the Layout tab. And as you're there, go all the way to the left and click on Margins. And it brings this drop-down box, and you go to Custom Margins. Now I've set this one is going to be, remember we said we want the paper, not Margins tab, paper tab, not Layout tab. Paper is the size of your book, and we want to choose a 6 by 9. So we highlight those, put it in there, make sure you click on the whole document and hit OK. Now it's changed. So we go back to Layout, go to Margins, Custom Margins. Now we're on the Margins tab. This is where we want to go. Let me take you back over here. Now, this is where it talks about bleed or no bleed. This is bleed where it goes all the way to the edges. No bleed is where it stays inside there. Most stuff you do is going to be no bleed. Talk about trim. Sometimes the edges get trimmed off. You can read about this on there. We're going to go straight to margins. Now, it doesn't matter what size your book is. It says if you have 24 to 150 pages, you need an inside gutter of 0.375 and an outside margin of 0.25. If you notice, all the outside margins are 0.25. Now you can make it wider than that. You cannot make it smaller. It will not be accepted. But you can make the inside gutter margins bigger. Now what the inside is a part that is in the middle of the book. I'm just going to show you on this journal. If you open it up, it's this inside part here. And that's going to be wider because you have to allow for the page being open. Depending on how many pages you have, it could be tighter. So these are the ones we work with. Now, it may say 0.35 for 24 to 150 pages. but maybe you want it a little bit bigger so people don't have to really squish open the book. I have a book here. It's a journal that I bought in a store, and you open it up and see the pages are already coming out. That's because I'm supposed to write in it, so I want the pages open. So if you have your gutter out just a little bit further apart, then you don't have to push it open so hard. So I'm going to actually put 0.5 inches for the inside gutter and 0.25 for the outside margins. Let's go back to our document. Okay, margins. We have left, right. Some say other things. They'll say inside or it'll say outside, but it's still the one in the middle. You have your top, your gutter, your bottom, your gutter position. So left, we're going to do 0.5. Right, we're going to do 0.25. Okay, and we're going to do mirrored margins. So now we have, instead of, let's go back to normal, instead of 1, now we have what looks like a real book, pages on either side. And we're going to make sure it's the whole document, and we're going to hit OK. And so our document is ready to be written in and typed in. Now, if you'd like to see this, let's see, I'll do the giving book. This is a book that I've done with other authors, photographers, printers. You can see it all goes right here. If you notice, we have a little space here and a little space here. It's actually a lot more than what you realize. You'll see it on the table of contents. There's a little space here and a lot bigger space here. One thing I want to warn you about with your table of contents, you may have to highlight it and make sure this little white tab here is over further. Let me go back and unhighlight it so I can show you what I mean. Okay, there we go. You see how this is here? When you go to your table of contents, now you see it's here instead of at 6. If you're having trouble getting your table of contents right, just take this and move it in after you highlight your table of contents. I want to undo that. So you will highlight your table of contents, and you can see that I've already moved it there. And that will help solve some of the issues that you might have uploading your book onto KDP. All right, so those are done. I have these out here. We'll talk about headings and stuff a little bit. I don't want to get off track, but I just wanted to show you what the book looks like. Let me do a view in 75%. There we go. Now we have both pages there. So when you're looking at your book, you may see that, is there one? There we go. That it doesn't look like there's very much on either side. But once you upload your book to KDP, it's going to make a huge difference. All right, so that's how you set the margins and the trim size. You go to margins. Now see here, it doesn't say left and right anymore. It says inside and outside because now I've got a document in there. All right, so let's stop screen sharing. There you go. Well, thank you. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, contact me at coachls.w2r, the number 2, at gmail.com, and I'll answer them for you. And thank you for being here. Appreciate it.